All right. All right. I was really messing with a lot of settings here, so we'll see. We'll see if things are working properly. I'm optimistic, but you never know. I want to hide this. Show taskbar. Roger, good to see you. Hold up, let me just finish setting up the live stream. I have a bunch of different settings going on today, so hopefully the entire thing isn't broken. See if this is working. Yeah, the chat box doesn't seem to work. You never get that chat box to work. Unless there's some delay in it I'm not aware of. Delay, theme, hide messages. Chat delay, no delay. Always show messages. Oh. Alright, they're coming in. Cool, there we go. Nice, nice, nice. Un momento, un momento. I almost have this like I want it. A little behind the scenes live stream editing. That can go there. Okay, perfect. There we go. Still cut off a little here. I wanted to make the chat show up on screen. That way we could have a little more interaction cross stream. There we go. Good enough for now. We can live with that. Sorry, guys. Like I said, made a couple changes here to the live stream and just making sure everything is showing up properly. Looks like we're pretty much there. Nice. Guys, make sure you're getting your hair early. You smash the like button. We're about to jump into it. Looks like for the most part, nothing went catastrophically wrong. So that's impressive. I was expecting actually more issues than you guys are witnessing. Let me know if you guys can see the new chat box. All right. I can definitely make it a bit bigger. I just have to reformat it a little bit. I think it's a decent starting point. All right, there we go. We here. So tired of these drops. I don't even wear my seatbelt anymore. Well, let's take a look at what this drop really is. I mean, some people were very hopeful. We had a breakout happening. You know, I myself was playing around with this formation, had this down here. But I mean, it looks like to me, obviously, we didn't break out. So we just extend this upwards and try to find the new resistance. One of the reasons why I say these aren't magic lines, right? Like some people were like, oh, like it has to be breaking out. It has to be breaking out. Well, not really. Because at the end of the day, it's still consolidating, right? So like until it's not done, until it breaks out, it's still consolidating. And it's very clear to me that we did hit some kind of resistance here and got bounced back down. Now, I don't think it really draws anything out. It's still kind of the same formation. It actually looks a lot better now with how steeply this is rising, because before this bottom part was a little flat for me. So it actually looks better like this, but it's another great reminder, right? There's no magic line XRP is going to break before it rips. This is just a general trend where we have obviously things being pushed down and also things being pushed up. Eventually we snap here, but we're not quite there yet. Let's see if there's any interesting. Gooey Master. Fake out, shakeout. Yeah, it was a little bit of a fake out, shakeout. I don't know. Nothing looks bad. Everything looks very, very good right now. So that's the good news. So what do we got this week? Is anything big happening this week we need to be paying attention to? CPI tomorrow. Okay, cool. That'll be fun to track. So CPI tomorrow, SEC appeal Wednesday. What's this SEC appeal? What is this SEC appeal we're talking about? I know there's something, but I don't know specifically what this relates to. Yeah, I think I need to take a look at what this filing actually is. My understanding is that the SEC will file and it's really nothing too significant. But I want to double check here right now just to make sure. Oh, so this is the SEC's like real appeal. I guess before we never actually saw the actual appeal. We just got what they're appealing. Okay, their opening brief. I mean, it really shouldn't make much of a difference to the market. I mean, it's still Gary Gensler, right? The big news happens when we get the new SEC chair. Yeah, I see most people saying Adkins will toss it. So Adkins is the new SEC chair. My question is whether Adkins settles it or throws it out. Personally, I would rather have a settlement. I think a settlement would be far better. XP Market, good to see you. CPI this week. Yep, and I was about to share this too. XP Market has a brand new season. Sacrifice 589 XPM token to claim your agent status and unlock the new season pass. Secrets abound. The Illuminati has hidden valuable codes everywhere. Watch closely, think critically. Rewards classified, treasures await. Starting this Friday. For every new recruit to the season pass, you earn 558.9 XPM token. And our first clue is apparently in this video. So let's take a look at this. I'm curious if anyone can get the clue live on stream. All right, let's see. This is fun. I kind of like this.
Shadowy figures behind. Now, is it true? Secret season? Conspiracy tied to XRP? Yes. Here's the thing. We're not sharing it with everyone. Not even close. This knowledge isn't for the curious, for the committed. Learn the truth. You must prove you're ready. And no, liking a tweet or watching a YouTube video won't. The only way in is through a sacrifice. Go to xpmarket.com and burn 589 XPM tokens. Why? Because the sacrifice is the first step. Filter, if you will. It ensures only the right people join us. The ones ready to unlock the season pass and gain access to what lies beyond. Rest can keep guessing. To make the sacrifice, we'll enter the 589 season, unlocking missions, secrets, and, to be honest, answers to questions most people aren't ready to ask. Think of it like crypto itself. Only the bold, likely unhinged, survive the journey.
Is volume whack? Knew there would be some issue there. Sponsored by XP Market. We'll get that fixed up and we'll get that played better on the next one. Sorry about that. Huh. You know, that's what you get for that's what you get for messing up your live stream settings. We'll get into that, but brand new season on XP Market. Make sure to check that out. XP Market is a sponsor of the channel or of the live streams. So make sure to go check out that season. And apologies for the volume issue. We'll get that all figured out. See, what else do we have going on this week? Full moon? And guys, just so you're aware, I mean, this is actually really cool. You can earn free XPM tokens simply by going and doing these tasks, learning more about the XRP ledger, depositing in the AMM, learning about new projects, and completing daily tasks. So definitely make sure to check this out. It's actually a really cool, interesting way to kind of show off different parts of the XRP ledger. Yep. Michael Barr is leaving the Federal Reserve. Absolutely. And let's take a look at what's happening with the AMM. Oh, we've actually had a nice uptick in TVL on the AMM. All right, so we're up to 52 million. So over the weekend, we added about 7 million to the AMM. That's great to see. And it looks like XRP pooled is on the rise too. XP Market, I'm curious, was there a stat changed on XRP pooled? Because I thought this was much higher prior. Let me know on that. The wolf moon. Mr. I, can you explain to us what a wolf moon is? And how that's bullish? What's the URL? The URL is just xpmarket.com. Apparently, X is launching its payment platform this quarter. Yeah, I did see that. It's going to be really interesting to see how the X payment platform works. It's interesting. I've talked about this a couple times, but I don't normally pay people like through X, but it kind of allows you to run an entire business through it. Come on, mister. I thought you were like my reporter here. What, are you going to make me Google things live on stream? I'm looking for your interpretation here. Is that too much to ask for? Looks like XRP's got a nice little recovery, and if we go to the 4-hour, we might even be able to tighten this up a little bit. Might have this coming more in here. This coming more in here. Yeah, the 4-hour actually looks really good on this chart. It's a little more defined. The bottom guy has a couple breakouts to the bottom, little fake outs, but I mean, this is still showing end of January. Hopefully we can break out of this consolidation pattern. The 4-hour chart looks very strong. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Nushi. See, Nushi is providing what I need here. It's New Year's Eve on the Julian calendar. All right, well, I don't know anything about that. But you know what token's been performing pretty well recently? Actually, the Evernote token. Evernode's been performing really well recently. And still a very, very small market cap. So kind of got my eyes on Evernote. Still very early in that project's timeline. But some really cool things going on overall with Evernote, I believe. And actually, it could create some interoperability between the XRP ledger and the Zhao sidechain, kind of giving the XRP ledger quasi-smart contracts. Have I heard of Aqua Token on XLM? No, I haven't. I think that's a DeFi platform though, right? On XLM. I don't follow the XLM side of things that closely. Collect my rewards real quick. If I don't do it on live stream, I'll forget to collect my rewards, so. All right, let's go back to the XRP price chart. Take a look at XRP to BTC, actually. So this one's interesting. This one we really didn't get. We really didn't get any of that powerful breakout we were hoping for here. You could make the argument it's still consolidating a bit, but this one's getting a bit sloppy, to say it. Zoom out a little bit and take a more zoomed out look. I think the monthly chart's normally good here. Yeah, so XRP to BTC still looks very good. And I'm curious, right? XRP has the potential to be one of the first cryptocurrencies to actually start trading better than BTC over the course of history. I really do think it's possible you kind of see a bit of a new paradigm with XRP to BTC, where XRP could actually not only move to the top of this range, but even continue to trade up here and maybe even continue to make gains against BTC. That would completely shift the narrative, because one of the biggest narratives against XRP in terms of Bitcoin is that Bitcoin has outperformed XRP over time, but it's really been relatively flat, right? So you can take different points in history and actually seen there's been a lot of times where XRP was a much better performer than Bitcoin. So in my opinion, as long as XRP stays in this range, it's extremely bullish. Okay, Ed just sent me a post from someone that said the Ripple SEC case could be over if the SEC does not submit that brief on the 15th. I don't think there's really any real likelihood that's how the case would end, though. So the SEC is going to submit that brief. So according to some, full moon bullish movement on XR on BTC, new moon flips momentum. Interesting. Hedera and HBAR partnering with banks for cross-border stablecoin payments. Very interesting. What stablecoins are issued on HBAR? Is USDC issued on HBAR? If the SEC does appeal, we drop to $1.40. That's an interesting point. I don't think the XRP price chart's really going to react to the appeal happening. It is an interesting note. Could XRP react to the appeal happening? It could certainly happen, but I would be surprised if there was any big reaction to the appeal. And the reason for that is most people already know this appeal is happening, especially the big money that's been pushing up XRP recently. I would be pretty surprised if there was a dramatic reaction to this appeal, unless the market is really kind of clueless on what's going on here. Because everyone really knows that the SEC, the SEC wouldn't have appealed to then unappeal. Yeah, the SEC has already appealed. This is just one of the briefs that they owe. Nushi, do you like my rage quit on on the space the other day or yesterday? I was like, I can't do it anymore. I was like, get me out of here. Guys, make sure to smash the like button. We got 2,000 people in here. Really appreciate everyone doing that. Looks like we have a new top 10 for XRP tokens. Looks like we now have Solo number 1, Army number 2, Phoenix 3, Corium 4, Lai Hao number 5. That's the new one. I think that's a meme coin. 6 BTC, 7 XPM, 8 Ethereum, 9 XRP Healthcare, and 10 Drop. CSC 11 looks like this MXI wallet token has dropped off a little bit. Pongo, then RLUSD. Take a quick look at RLUSD on the XRP ledger, market cap of around 9.1 million. Take a look at the validators going on. I know there has been a pickup for AMM clawbacks. So it looks like we only need 7 more votes or 8 more votes to get AMM clawbacks going. AMM clawbacks will allow us to get RLUSD inside of the automated market maker, which will likely lock up a lot more value and a lot more XRP in the AMM. Looks like we're up to 190 validators and close to 900 nodes. So lots of progress on the nodes and validators. We are here. We are out here. SLT. Good to see you guys. The SLT army. Is that triangle on the 4-hour? Yeah, the 4-hour, it seems to be the best looking chart I've found for the current consolidation pattern. This is that was the 4-hour we were looking at. Yeah, so Roger, to me, unless I'm not refreshing this, we need oh, yeah. Roger, you're absolutely right. I was reading it wrong. We need yeah, we need 6 more votes. Yep, 6 more votes for AMM clawback. Absolutely, Roger. Good catch. Yeah, and guys, I'm not sure if people are aware, but let me just break this down real quick. This is how the voting works for the XRP ledger for new features. So, I'll do a quick little lesson here. On other blockchains, if you want to spin up new utility, you can create a smart contract and pretty much anyone can use that smart contract. On the XRP ledger, it's a little different. On the XRP ledger, they vote native features into the ledger. So all of this applies to the XRP chain itself. So all of the XRP ledger gets these new features. What we can see is right now, we need essentially 29 votes for any of these features to go live. And we have 23 on AMM clawback right now. So right now we're at 65% consensus. We need to get over 85 for it to go live. So 6 more votes on AMM clawbacks and we're there. And that's how new features get pushed to the XRP ledger. So if we go down here, we can see Price Oracle. That has 91% consensus. That's why we now have oracles on the XRP ledger. And down here, you can see the AMM. The AMM is at 97% consensus. So that has 34 votes. It needed at least 28 to go live. And that's why that's live. So that's kind of how new features get put onto the XRP ledger. You can always kind of track what's happening. I do think the thesis is interesting on whether or not we drop when the SEC does appeal. I don't think we will, but I guess I would like to be more at the top of this range when the SEC does appeal, just to give us a little cushion and find support back on this bottom line. It will be interesting to watch, though. I don't know. My general gut reaction is that the market wouldn't react that much to the appeal, but markets can always surprise you. Yeah, and I'm not saying that well right now. Let me walk this back real quick. The SEC already appealed. I'm sorry. The SEC already appealed when the SEC submits their brief. The SEC has already appealed when the SEC submits their brief on the 15th. I have to be better on my language. The SEC has already appealed, but there are some people out there thinking that the SEC will not submit this next brief. They're going to submit the next brief. They're going to submit that brief on the 15th, and I don't think XRP will really react to it much. But the SEC has already appealed. That's already happened. It's just how the market reacts to that brief coming in. Personally, I don't think the market will react that much to it, but you never know. Markets tend to surprise people. I know when XRP did this big move, essentially we all watched this big rip up XRP did at the start of the year. Everyone wanted to know, like, what's the news? What's the news? And the funny thing is there really wasn't much news other than general optimism for XRP. And I don't think that really changes. And zoomed out, obviously, this thing looks even better. Take a quick look at a longer term chart of XRP. And I know some people were talking about the dollar, so we can take a look at the dollar as well. Yeah, and here's that long-term view for XRP. I mean, I just don't know if it gets really much more bullish than this. The crazy thing was this time period right here. How long was this? 884 days of essentially sideways trading. That's insane. That's the definition of patience right there. 884 days of sideways trading in this red region right here. That was definitely the pain part. I know a lot of people who are shaken out in that sideways trading. And I think you got to pat yourself on the back if you use that for what it was, which was a great time for accumulation. Yeah, the dollar up to 110. Wow. $110 on the dollar is crazy. Yeah, this thing's pumping. You see what happens here. I've said this a couple times. I haven't been watching the dollar as much recently just because there's so much going on with the dollar right now on macro, on policy, on all that. It's really hard to even say if the dollar going up is bearish or bullish anymore. Bollinger Bands. We can take a look at the Bollinger Bands. And I know Taylor brought up XRP, BTC, and the EMA here. What EMA was that, Taylor? Three. Okay. Take a look at that. Go to the 4-hour chart on XRP to BTC. I'm not quite sure what I have to go to on this, but we'll add indicator. This is 21 EMA. Look at the 50. I'm not a huge moving average person just because you can kind of set the moving average to whatever you want. But I do know traditionally the funny thing about EMA is just everyone looks at a different EMA. So that's my only qualm about the EMA. And there's something else. XRP is like a fine wine. You buy it knowing you need to let it age. Someone's pretty down bad about XRP down there. Who's that? XRP is not going. Oh, no, XRP is not going to $1.40. So counteracting that other narrative that XRP was going to have a big drop soon. Yeah, I don't know. I don't personally foresee that happening. To me, it seems like things are too bullish. Waters Above loves moon trading. Yeah, I don't know if I do much trading based off moon cycles. Colin says 18 days on this monthly bar. And when you consider Trump's office and all the breaking news coming, yeah, it is playing out very similar to 2017, which really is extremely bullish. Yeah, I'm not too worried about TA either. And that's why, I don't really consider this TA either. Like, this is just XRP coiling up. It doesn't have anything really to do with the price levels, or really doesn't have anything to do with trying to predict where XRP is going to go when it pumps out of here. This is just to say, hey, XRP is coiling up, and until XRP kind of breaks out of here, then we're waiting for that next big move. Taylor says, I view TA the same way Mickle views inflation data. It doesn't matter if people think it's a joke. Everyone's using it, so it matters. Taylor, that is excellent. And that's the same way I look at TA. That's the same exact way I look at TA. If everyone's looking at it and everyone's seeing a similar thing, then it creates market consensus that that's what's happening now. And that's what's one of the most bullish things about the longer term XRP price chart. Because if everyone's convinced that XRP is going to do the same thing as it did in 2017, you're going to be in a scenario where everyone is expecting very high prices for XRP based off that massive 52,000% pump we did last time. And therefore, the market has the capability to actually recreate that because that's what the expectation is. At the end of the day, if no one's willing to sell their XRP at a cheap price, it's going to go to a much higher price. TA is tough. TA is tough. It's really hard to be right on TA. Because everyone does TA differently. And everyone likes to throw their TA out there, and then everyone gets it wrong. One person gets it right. Everyone listens to that person, and that person gets it wrong, and then it's on to the next one. So I don't put a ton of stake in TA. TA, I don't think TA would have really mattered much if Trump didn't win and we were going into another time period in which the US government was cracking down on crypto. Everything would have been bearish, but everything's bullish because of the fundamentals and the things that are changing on the fundamental level. So that's why I'm always more focused on fundamentals. did want to play this quick. I'm not sure if the audio is going to work, but I'll give it a try. This was a great clip that I saw last night.
I'm not very sympathetic to there were 100 miles. Not because it's not true, but
Let me know if audio is okay.
kinds of outlier weather events are happening in greater and greater frequency. Remember that crazy apocalyptic video of that exact same part of Southern California in 2018 burning to the ground? Can we just look at that, all of us collectively? Because that was 6 years ago. This is not like it was a distant memory from 100 years ago. This idea that we were just lollygagging around and got caught off guard by hundreds of years is completely.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Huh. You know, there was no... Oh. That's it. Oh, okay. Let me just test one thing real quick. I think I realized what it is.
We knew in 2018 that these things could happen. We knew across the rest of the United States that these outlier weather events were happening in greater and greater.
Oh, no, it's just wacky. Weird. Yeah, I'm not sure why that's happening. Bizarre. No, not the biggest deal. I just need to refresh everything, but yeah, I just need to refresh everything real quick. It seems like one of the audio inputs needs to be reset. Thank you for letting me know, though. The great thing about having like 5 different live stream softwares running at the same time. There's nothing I can do to fix it unless I reset the stream, so I just don't have audio on that device right now. That's the way it's going to go for this live stream, so. Yeah, if someone wants to short XRP, I think that's a crazy call, but you do what you wish. There's just much better shorts out there than XRP, in my opinion. Like, if you're going to short something, why don't you short something that's like doing poorly and failing? Why would you short XRP? It's like the exact opposite. But, you know, make your own decision. You feel like the XRP short is what you want to be playing around with? Wouldn't be my preference, but let's see. Someone said XRP on the daily they wanted me to take a look at. I can do that. Oops. Yeah, so the daily looks pretty similar to what we're getting on the 4-hour. The daily is just not as granular. I would like to take a quick look at the hourly, actually. Yeah, hourly looks good too. Is it possible to short Tether? I don't know a place where you can short Tether. It's probably possible, but I don't know how you would do it. It's also important to realize, guys, there's not really a good chance of Tether death spiraling. So I don't know if that's really your best short opportunity. Like there was a time period very recently where Tether was falling a little bit, but now it's like completely going back to its peg. And Tether always kind of does this, right? So if we look at the yearly chart for Tether, it's just always fluctuating up and down in these ranges. Just want people to realize like nothing we've seen with Tether has really been that out of the ordinary. I'm excited to see XRP flip Ethereum. I think that's the next big thing I'm really excited about. First Ledger, I think there's like a 1% trading fee on First Ledger. %98 of TA specialists are shouting pump. But you are reading Easy Crash. You know, I think there is not a horrible point to say there could be a crash. I mean, it's I don't think it's going to happen, but you know, everyone is bullish. Sometimes when everyone's bullish, the opposite happens. So I don't think it's necessarily wrong to be preparing for kind of against consensus. One second, sorry guys. TA is never tracked a utility bull run. No, I agree with that. You know, I think a utility bull run is really going to change every single metric for how we track these things in a very significant way. We've never really had the cryptocurrency market really do something useful to the world in a significant way. And it's going to be interesting to see how TA accounts for that. $2025 XRP Catalyst IPOB of a Reveal BlackRock ETF. Dennis, thank you so much for the donation. I tried to read the chats from everything, but it's there's a lot of different chat windows open on my screen right now, so sometimes it's hard to get to everything. All right, guys, I'm going to end it here. Guys, thank you so much for coming. Will be interesting to see how things shake out throughout throughout the rest of the week. CPI tomorrow will likely give us a good indication of how the rest of the market's reacting here. XRP is kind of just trading sideways in this holding pattern until we kind of get another push back up to the top here. I don't know if there's really much to talk about on that front. Should be definitely an interesting week, though, with some of this data coming out. XRP is kind of trading in line with the market, and then we have that SEC appeal brief coming on the 15th, so we'll keep a lookout for that. I'm sure I'll make a more detailed video about that later today. Just really haven't been following the Ripple SEC case that much. It's been so nice to not have to think about the Ripple SEC case. It was kind of my assumption is that this thing is pretty much over, but we'll see.